Hi there peeps. Today, Sunday the 16th of April, I had the enormous pleasure of attending one of my good friends' first meet and greet. She's an influencer. She has been on YouTube for, I believe it's nearly 10 years now. I started following her about 5 to 6 years ago, but she has become a really good friend. Her name's Fumi du Saluvold. Check her out on YouTube, on Instagram. She's even on Facebook. Predominantly on Instagram and YouTube. On YouTube, I think at the moment she's probably around the 620, 630 followers, and on Instagram, I think heading towards 120,000. So way past 750,000, on her way to 1 million, without a shadow of a doubt. But anyway, what I love about this phenomenal woman is that she is inspiring. She empowers you with the will to succeed. And every time I watch her videos on YouTube or watch her stories on Instagram, she always just fills me with that will to progress. Sometimes I get a bit stuck, whether it's in my work life or personal life. But by watching Fumi, she somehow helps she helps bring the reality of the now where we are, but also helps you to want to move forward and progress. As you can see, I've still got my wristband on, which says Fumi times OPV Beauty Sister to Sister. You may not be able to see that as such. If I do it that way, it's going to be upside down. But I was on the first session between 2 and 4, and this took place in London at Brick Lane, where OPV Beauty is based. I think I did a bit of video, so I might kind of link that into there, but that's really the main part of that, which we've got a lovely goodie bag. We've got some personalised water, which is FDV, which stands for Fumi du Saluvold by OPV Beauty. And it was a collaboration to put on this meet and greet. And OPV Beauty are based on 21 Brick Lane, London. They do beauty, they do products, so makeup products from palettes to lashes. But they also do hair products, and they're a salon in themselves as well, a hair and beauty salon. Fabulous place, and it was great to be part of it. But the purpose of this video is that, once again, Fumi has kind of inspired me. It was her birthday today, and she doesn't hide the fact that she was 54 today, but she looks absolutely fabulous. And she told the story of her journey and how it's never too late for anybody to start if they've got a passion for something or they want to share that and inspire others. And I think for me, I've kind of wanted to inspire, and I think I have inspired a lot of people along the way, whether it's been young people when I've been coaching athletics, whether it's been adults when I've been coaching through the work environment. But it made me think, you know what, I'm on a new fitness journey at the moment, and I was going to wait to do, let's say, I've got before pictures and say wait to after, say a few months down the line. But I then thought, you know what, I'm 57, 58 next birthday. And I think for me, if I was watching somebody, I'd be really interested and perhaps a bit more excited about the journey getting to those after pictures, whatever they're going to look like. So a bit about my journey. So the past year, I restarted a fitness journey. I think, like many of us, since COVID, the pandemic and post-pandemic, yes, I've been working, but I'd describe it as quite a sedentary lifestyle. Now, normally we associate sedentary lifestyles with what you do post work, or, once you finish work of an evening, you're sitting in front of the TV and you're not moving. So you perhaps go out to work, but then evenings, weekends, you're not moving. However, we can link the sedentary lifestyle now to the way that we're working. For many of us who work either remotely or in a hybrid way, so sometimes working from home, sometimes in the office, remotely, all working from home, you're conducting your work environment via a computer screen, and you're there all day, whether it's doing meetings or presentations or writing things, via your computer, but you're sitting there. And I personally have found, since 2020, since reverted into this hybrid way of working, that sedentary lifestyle it was for me, working behind a laptop all day. And you can get caught up in having meetings, back-to-back meetings, as we know, and completing work, online, and you're actually working longer hours because you're not got that, you do not have the commute back and forth to work that allows you to kind of move from being at home, then getting into work mode and arriving at work, to leaving work of a day so you can leave work there and come home. Works here. So that transition that you would normally have in the transport between going to work and coming home from work, you don't have anymore. So that bit of the journey, as such, the real journey is lost. And so sometimes you end up working longer hours because you start a bit early and you finish a bit later. I know I do. Anyway, let's go back to March, April 2022, where I started on a new fitness regime. And the coach I had at the time, she was actually a former athlete of mine who's since gone on to become a personal trainer. And she provided me with a program that's worked very well across this past year. I'd say probably 75% of the time, I managed to stick to it. Okay, work commitments permitting. But it allowed me to do my early morning workouts at the gym, and it was starting to get me on that road. So 2 weeks ago, I was lucky enough to be successful in a little mini competition that I entered. I'll say mini competition. It was very short notice for me. It's probably been advertised for so long, but the closing date was literally within a week, and it was to become a protege as such, but it was the prize was 6 months coaching by I'd even go further than a personal trainer, but it was coached by a real I'll say bodybuilding coach. Yes, I'm gonna say loosely bodybuilding. That is sort of the journey I'm on, but I'm not quite sure what will happen down the line. But it's somebody who works with bodybuilders, and it incorporates both exercise and both the nutrition. So I started that 2 weeks ago, and it involves my whole eating habits have changed to eating 6 meals a day on training days when I'm training. So that's 5 days a week that I'm training. And on non-training days, for 2 of those, I'm having 5 meals a day. Now initially, and I'm sure you're probably thinking, what, 6 meals a day? I thought that, and I kind of thought, oh, not going to happen. But already within those 2 weeks, my whole body system has adjusted. The meals are small, and it's high protein, low fat, which is great, and some carbs in there. But it's predominantly high protein to build the muscle, okay, that I'm now utilizing more in this new fitness schedule that I have for the gym. And also, it's 6,000 to 7,000 steps a day that I'm doing in addition. So, as I say, 2 weeks in, I commenced week 3 yesterday on Saturday. And I have to say, adjusting to the meals has been, let's say, harder than actually adjusting to the workouts. But I've made the adjustment, because if I happen to miss a meal and I try to put two together, which would probably ordinarily be a normal size meal, I do actually struggle to eat it. So it's a really good way of providing you these small meals, small amounts of nutrition throughout the day. So I'm kind of loving it already. And it's one of those steady kind of weight losses as well. And just to give you an example, in those 2 weeks, I have lost 6 centimetres around my waist, which I didn't really think about it at the time, but it's fantastic. But whilst I've been doing the training, it's kind of remote, let's say remote coaching. So my coach is not there with me at the gym. She provides kind of 24/7 availability if I needed it. I check in with her twice a week, and that's kind of just checking in with weight and measurements, and also how I'm getting on with the diet, how I'm getting on with the actual training schedule. So with the schedule, she sets certain exercises, and there's videos for me to watch to ensure that I'm doing the movements correctly, because a lot of them are heavy weights, whether it's machine weights or free weights, dumbbells, etc. So I'm working my way through those, and I'm self-correcting along the way, and I'm beginning to have mind to muscle, so I'm understanding which muscles that I'm utilizing. But quite interesting, it's, let's say, the next day or next 2 days after I've done certain workouts where the body certainly knows it's working. And I think this is why I'm wanting to share the journey with you, to help inspire you as well. But just to say, it's not easy. Yes, it's going to be hard work, but I think the payoff is going to be medium to long term, but it happens quite quickly. And I know my coach is looking for more people that she would like to coach and be on this similar sort of journey. And yes, I'm 2 weeks in, and I'd highly recommend her. But yeah, I'm going to be sharing the journey along the way, warts and all, my struggles with doing some of the exercises in the gym. So I try to film myself in the gym, or get somebody to film me doing some of the exercises, and I kind of send them to my coach. But even when I look at them beforehand, I can see what errors are happening. But I think, again, it'd be great for you to see that journey, to see where I'm making mistakes and where I self-correct along the way, and how I improve in the exercises, and also how I'm upping the weights as well. But then along the lines, you'll be able to see the transformation and what happens, months down the line. I would say probably within 3 months, we should see quite a big difference, and in 6 months and 9 months, definitely differences. But one of the main reasons for me doing this is, I'm getting older, and my mind is perhaps still young. My consciousness is very much, of this free spirit, but at the end of the day, it's still a body that's getting older, and it's being conscious of trying to keep it as healthy as possible. So join me on this journey. As I say, I'm just starting week 3, and I'll probably may update on a fortnightly or even monthly basis. But tell me what you'd like to see, on a monthly basis or fortnightly basis. I think as you see the progress, then it should become a lot more interesting for you. So predominantly the main updates will be on YouTube, but I may do periodic things on my Instagram, and both my YouTube and Instagram are both the same, Bevy Simz, BEVY SIMZ, keeping it straight and simple. So thanks for watching. If you like this video and you do want to follow me along the way, please subscribe. Also click that like button and click that notification bell so you're notified when I post updated videos. But hopefully you find this interesting. Let me know what you would like to see along the journey. I'll probably share some of the meals that I do. I mean, they're not going to be the most elaborate gourmet type meals, okay? They are, high protein meals, but to help you along the way. But it will give you a flavour of kind of what I'm doing, and it may be for some, it may not be for others. But anyway, I hope that you follow me along this journey. And you know what? I'm following one of Fumi's videos. I think she posted on her keys to success, and one of those is, you know, follow something that you're passionate about. And one of mine is fitness, is sport linked to fitness. And kind of recap, in my 20s I took up netball again, that I hadn't done since school, and I think I did that for about 5 or 6 years, and I got into actually coaching the team that I was with, and we ended up in 3 different leagues. I ended up becoming an umpire, which I thoroughly enjoyed, and I was, I think, a social secretary at one stage on some committee or another. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that, and I think I came out of that when I nearly had a bad injury with my knee. It wasn't so much, but I thought, oh yes, perhaps time to give that up. And then in my mid-30s, by accident, I got into athletics, and it was through my children wanted to go to train athletics, and I got into it to myself, and I started training and I was competing, achieved many medals, and yeah, I think I did that for about 6 or 7 years, and then I think work commitments made me come out of it. And then perhaps about 5 years later, I got back into athletics, but this was more for the coaching side. So I was giving back and training, you know, a lot of young people in sprinting. That was my discipline, and yeah, some were very successful. So, and I did that for, let me think, from 2011 to 2018, so again a long period of time. So yeah, I have a passion for development and succeeding. But the other thing I know particularly about anything to do with sport or what you're doing, it does take time, and it needs the effort, and it's something that I'm very much wedded to. So as I say, click that like and click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when I be posting more videos. Hope to see you down the line. Thanks for watching.